Of course, the question then is, well, how do I build up my blog or writing portfolio so that I can have these opportunities? Because this is clearly a path that's worked for, honestly, probably 30 to 50% of like serious people in the music industry. Hey, so a lot of people know that I kind of got my start in the music industry via writing, first for my own blog, Two Guys Metal Reviews, then later other publications, most notably Metal Injection, which is kind of a good thing to kind of plant my flag in and that people know me for, and it's been good. And then recently I kind of looked around me at three of the labels I work at, Ripple, Prophecy, and Artifact, and I realized like 30% of the staff at minimum at each got their start in some form of music journalism. You know, usually writing for a fanzine or writing for a blog. And a lot of those people still are active in that. I think most notable is probably my friend Andreas Schiffman from Prophecy, who's like still writing for Rock Hard, and I think also Metal Hammer Germany. Like, dude is like a known journalist. Here's the thing. Music journalism opens doors. It lets people see you're a serious guy trying to do stuff in the scene, and it lets you meet people. Like, if you don't fuck up, like, you're gonna probably talk to someone important's manager, and that manager is probably someone important. And if you coordinate with them in a professional way, they'll think, oh, Johnny was a nice guy. And they probably won't think about it again, but then, you know, you might interview another one of their people, and that's good. And that starts to build up a relationship so that at some point you can be like, hey, can I intern for you? Or whatever, you know, or you deal with label people in a similar way. And it leads to growth. Of course, the question then is, well, how do I build up my blog or writing portfolio so that I can have these opportunities? Because this is clearly a path that's worked for, like, honestly, probably 30 to 50% of, like, serious people in the music industry. Well, okay, cool. Very straightforward. Consistency. Every day. Time and time again. I've been writing a review every day since I was, like, 15 years old. Okay, so there's years of reviews. Like, my blog, Two Guys Metal Reviews, has like 4,300 posts on it or something crazy. On top of hundreds of posts on Metal Injection, on top of hundreds of posts in all these other places. You know, I've probably written around 6,000 articles in my life. It's a fuckload of articles. But it led to growth. It took a long time. Like, it was 4 years before I made any money on my, 3 years before I made any money on my writing. And then 4 years once I started to get like a job that paid, right? But this is what you need to do, is you need to be consistent. And if you're consistent and you're making good content, you're going to get opportunities other places. And you need to shake hands with other people doing interviews at shows. And you need to make friends with, you know, the managers and the PR people, etc., etc. And don't ask too early. Don't write, 5 interviews for Earsplit and then ask Liz, hey Liz, can you give me a job? That's not how it works. If you're consistent for years and years and years and years, and then say, hey, this is something I'm trying to do, you might get some tips. You probably won't get a job offer, but you might, get to that next step. And that's what you need to do. And you're building up consistently. You're building up a reputation. People who know you as a person, who you should fuck with, who's cool. And you're making connections to bands that can pay off down the road. There's still bands, like there's bands I met when I was like 14 who I'm still connected with. That's huge, right? And you just need to build around that. And that's really valuable and interesting and compelling. So music journalism is going to open doors for you. Music journalism is going to teach you about stuff. It's going to let you start to understand the industry. It's going to let you start to get interviews. It's going to let you start to just connect and grow. But you have to be consistent. You have to be ambitious, trying to reach new sites. And only then is it going to start to really pay off.